Welcome to the March Breadbox Virtual Artist Showcase. I'm Bruce John, co-director with my wife Therese John of the Breadbox Folk Theater. We've been going at it since about the fall of 2009. 12 and a half years, we've raised $230,000 to help our brothers and sisters at the Covenant Soup Kitchen. Covenant Soup Kitchen has been going for about 40 years and have experienced their most challenging year of all during this pandemic. We have done everything in our power to keep the funding going for them. We did 6 outdoor concerts in the fall, and we've been doing these artist showcases every month. Thanks to our dear friends and volunteers, Carolyn, Brodginski, and Jeff Gorman. They've handled all of the booking, all of the technical aspects, and we so greatly appreciate their hard work. This month is no exception with the quality and the level of entertainers that you're going to see. We're going to have we've been doing some headliners every month. I'm going to let Carolyn tell you about that. And our usual great talent pool that we draw from throughout the state of Connecticut. So if you can, Covenant Soup Kitchen is serving 200 to 300 meals a day, 2 to 3 times what they normally do. These are not hot meals in a lunch cafeteria style. They're individually wrapped hot meals that we send home with everyone. And it's an amazing undertaking for them, how hard they all work. No one's gone hungry here in Eastern Connecticut. You see the large food lines around the country. You don't see that here. They've done an amazing job feeding everyone. We want to continue that. This pandemic and food insecurity is not over. We're getting there, but it's not over yet. And the food insecurity in our area with a level of poverty is not going away anytime soon, sadly. So, that being said, if you can make a donation today, we greatly, greatly appreciate it. Carolyn will give you instructions on how to do that. I'm going to be out of commission for a few months with some shoulder surgery. So I wanted to do a set before this whole series ends. So I'm going to do 3 songs for you today. And I'm going to start with an old blues song I learned. I learned it by Mississippi John Hurt. It's called Payday. In this song, evidently, if you're not happy with your wife, you can send her back to her mother on payday. Which means there must be some kind of dowry, or reverse dowry involved. That's all I could figure. Baby did all I could do. I can't get along with you. Send you back to your mama, payday. Payday, payday. Send you back to your mama, payday. You know the rabbit come along. Ain't got no rabbit dog. Hate to see that rabbit get away. Get away, get away. I hate to see that rabbit get away. You know the houses on my track. I got a knapsack on my back. Make it back to my shanty 4 days. 4 days, 4 days. I'll make it back to my shanty 4 days. 'Cause it was just about a week ago. I hit a star in Abilene. Gotta keep my skin greasy if I can. If I can, if I can. Gotta keep my skin greasy if I can. Baby did all I can do. I can't get along with you. Send you back to your mama, payday. Payday, payday. Send you back to your mama, payday. Send you back to your mama. Send you back to your mama, payday. This is one of the first songs I ever learned on the guitar when I was 11, back in 1962. I couldn't quite play it like this. I learned how to finger pick later on in life. But I was always amazed by how Bob Dylan was such an incredible finger picker. And my fantasy was shattered by Trainwreck Jerry when he told me that Bob Dylan didn't finger pick on that song. He hired some slick guy from Greenwich Village. I don't think he still can finger pick. I don't know. A classic. Well, you know, you used to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't want nobody now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. The light I never know. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. Wish there was something you could do or say. Try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, like you never done before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal. I can't hear you anymore. Thinking and wondering while I'm walking down the road. Once loved a woman, or a child, I'm told. Give her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. So long, honey, babe, I'm bound, I can't tell. Goodbye's too good a word, babe. I just say fairly well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my old precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. Master, Bob Dylan. For my third and final song, I'm going to do a blues classic out of New Orleans. And it's a song that all the great blues and jazz guys have covered throughout the years. I learned it from the master, Jim Mersick. He learned it from the great Dave Van Ronk. I'll be passing it on to you. It's the story of a riverboat gambler whose woman dies and he sells her body to science. And we don't know if he did that to get the money to bury her or to take the money and gamble it, which is probably closer to the truth. So this all took place downtown New Orleans at Tulane University at the St. James Infirmary. It was down old Joe's ballroom, down by the corner by the square. The drinks are being served like usual. The usual crowd was there. June I left stood Big Joe McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red. He looked out at the crowd around him. These were the very words that he said. Said I went down to the St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there, stretched out on a long white table. So cold, so beautiful, so fair. I said, let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. You can traipse all over heaven and hell. You will never find another man like me. When I die, please bury me in my high top Stetson hat. Yeah, put a $20 gold piece in my watch pocket, so all my boys think I died standing pat. I want 6 crap shooters for pallbearers, a gold-plated rubber tire hat. I want 9 men going to the graveyard, want 8 men coming back. Now, boys and girls, that's my story. Carolyn, pour another round of booze. If anyone should ever ask you, just say it's another case of gambler's blues.
Happy St. Patrick's Day and welcome to the March Breadbox Virtual Artist Showcase. My name is Carolyn Brodginski. And thank you, Bruce Jung, for that great opening set. Bruce is a big fan of the blues, and I always love hearing that gravelly voice of his on those songs. As many of you know, Bruce just had a shoulder replacement, and he's doing very well. As a matter of fact, he has every intention of doing the intro with a song, playing guitar, for the April showcase. So come back in April to check that out. So for those of you who have not been with us before, Bruce has explained the mission of the Bread Box, and he's talked about the Covenant Soup Kitchen. Now it's my job to tell you how to donate. And there are 2 ways to do it. You can donate online if you go to the Bread Box homepage and the URLs are displayed below. And there's a donate button which will take you directly to the Covenant Soup Kitchen's donate page, or you could go directly to the Covenant Soup Kitchen's page. Scroll down where you can enter all your information, and be sure to select that your gift is in honor of, and in the text box put the bread box. And then you scroll down and you say how you'd like to pay and how much you'd like to donate. You can also write a check and make it out to Covenant Soup Kitchen and send it to Bruce at this address below. I think it goes without saying that this has been a really difficult year for all of us. And what we saw were people finding ways to help each other get through the nightmare. So I'd like to share this song and dedicate it to those who became bearer of lights for others in need. The name of the song is A Bearer of the Light. It was written by T.R. Ritchie, and I will be playing it on my baritone mountain dulcimer. Fire you needed most, I would become the flame. And if the moment called for strength, steel would be my name. And if your heart were heavy, I would become the feathered wing to carry you into the blue, to dwell among your dreams. If your lips were thirsty, I'd be the wine that fills your glass. I'd be the sun upon your face when the storm is rolled on past. I'd be a lucky penny, I would be your wishing stone. I'd be the ground beneath your feet, the stars that lead you home. If the light of one small candle can defy the darkest night, how could I not seek to be a bearer of the light for you, a bearer of the light. Be the hand that reaches out if ever you should fall. I would be the saving grace when you saw no grace at all. I'd be a willing vessel for all that you hold close. I'd be the love that finds you in the times you need it most. If the light of one small candle can defy the darkest night, how could I not seek to be a bearer of the light for you, a bearer of the light, a bearer of the light for you. We got a great show for you tonight. One girl, one guitar, Ashlee Paradis is a small town girl from East Haddam who has a big passion for acoustic blues, soul, and rock. She's played across the state and has made several appearances on the Breadbox stage. In 2018, she released an EP of her original music called Thankless Art. And tonight she'll be performing a couple songs that really show off that bluesy side of her, and her last song with a special guest. Please welcome Ashlee Paradis.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining the Breadbox virtual concert. My name's Ashlee Paradis. Here's a song by Bon Iver. I am my mother's only one. It's enough. I wear my garment so it shows. Now you know. Hey everybody, I brought my boyfriend Subby along for this one.
Hey guys.
This is by John Prine.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. Ain't too sharp but he gets things done. Drinks beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, so we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we'll defeat our prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts racing in our eyes.
She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She keeps on licking, keeps on ticking. Never gonna let her go.
box, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's down at the moon. He's my baby, I don't need maybe, never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but a big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but a big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves.
Alright, this next one's by the Beatles. Here comes that Toby come grooving on Sully. Got juju, I bought he one holy roller. He got hair down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please, yeah. He wear no shoe shine, he got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now over me. He back production, he got Boris Gumbo, he got Arnold Schwarzenegger, he won Spinal Cracker, he got feet down below his knee. Hold you in his armchair, you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. He roller coaster, he got early warning, he got muddy water, he's one mojo filter, he said one and one is three. Got to be good looking cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. I said come together right now over me.
About 10 years ago, Bonnie Glow was working on one of my guitars and she said I should check out this place called the Bread Box. So I did what any good interested performer would do. I checked it out online. And the first picture I came across was this guy playing guitar with a big bushy mustache. You Bread Box regulars know exactly who that is. It's our next performer, Curtis Brand. Curtis is a prolific songwriter, and I often wonder how one person can have that many ideas and words in his head. His songs are about everyday life, from Curtis's bird's eye view. His sound has been described as having a hint of Willie Nelson and his storytelling a glimpse of Harry Chapin. The title track from his first album, Older Than Dirt, has become the birthday song for those of us in the 68 older crowd. Please welcome Curtis Brand.
Well, it sure is good to be playing back in the Bread Box again. though I do miss being in the old stone church. Makes a person sound much better than they really are, you know. Anyway, grateful to Bruce and Therese and all the work that they've done making the bread box work and bringing in donations for the food pantry. And I'm hoping that people will consider contributing to the food pantry based on the performances on this virtual showcase, because we're still a ways away from being back in the church. This first song relates to what's been going on down in Texas, kind of tangentially. You understand that people down there, some of them are blaming the electrical outages on the failure of wind turbines and the Green New Deal. Some people just can't stop lying. It's amazing. But this particular song is called Mother Earth is Running Out of Time. Gather round me, people, got important news to tell. I just spoke with Mother Earth and she's not feeling well. She's begun to run a fever. When she breathes, she says it hurts. And if we don't do something quick, she says that she'll get worse. So take a look around, you see the waving wheelfield plains, redwood forest, Gulf Stream waters, 'cause they're all gonna change unless we all act quickly to save what still remains. 'Cause Mother Earth is running out of time. The fact that things are changing is becoming pretty clear. When once a century hurricanes come every other year. In search of killer profits, we cut and dig and drill. In our race to get rich, it's us we're gonna kill. So take a look around, you see the waving wheatfield plains, redwood forest, Gulf Stream waters, 'cause they're all gonna change unless we all act quickly to save what still remains. 'Cause Mother Earth is running out of time. So let us save our planet before the oceans rise. Let us save our planet lest she dies before our eyes. Let us be determined, do what we need to do, lest every living creature's gone, including me and you. So take a look around, you see the waving wheatfield plains, redwood forest, Gulf Stream waters, 'cause they're all gonna change unless we all act quickly to save what still remains. 'Cause Mother Earth is running out of time. Mother Earth is running out of time. So that's that one. Well, this next song's also about a system that's somewhat dysfunctional. Maybe even in worse shape than the planet, though without the wide-reaching implications. And I need to point out that this is not about my personal situation, even though it is written in the first person. My wife wanted to make sure that I made that clear before I got started. So here goes. It's called This Train Done Gone. When I tell you, mama, I'm sick of this drama. Our love life's such a mess. If I only knew what you've been putting me through, I'd already be gone, I guess. You You go out early, come home late. You're a verb that I can't conjugate. You talk first class but act like freight. Don't you know this train done gone? I say, don't you know this train done gone? With all this pain I can't explain why I wait so long. You left me waiting at the station, so I done canceled your reservation. It's time I took a long vacation. Goodbye, this train done gone. But I tell you, mama, this backwoods drama, it's all been done before. Though I tried to do the best for you, I can't fake it anymore. I packed my bag, put on my coat. If I miss my train, I'll take a boat. 'Cause honey, that's all she wrote. Goodbye, this train done gone. I say, don't you know this train done gone? With all this pain I can't explain why I wait so long. You left me waiting at the station, so I done canceled your reservation. It's time I took a long vacation. Goodbye, this train done gone. I say, don't you know this train done gone? With all this pain I can't explain why I wait so long. You left me waiting at the station, so I done canceled your reservation. It's time I took a long vacation. Goodbye, this train done gone. Goodbye, this train done gone. Whoa. I'm going to finish up with something that's a little more cheerful than the previous two songs. Leave you on a high note, I guess. This one's Lovin' Nobody But You. When I wake up in the morning, though the day be dark and stormy, I sip a cup of coffee or two. Then fully caffeinated, my day is complicated by all the things I have to do. But if I had my druthers, I'd slip back neath the covers and stay there till the morning was through. Listening to the rain against the window pane and loving nobody but you. Your sparkling eyes and your sunny smile improve my point of view. That is why I'm a happy guy, loving nobody but you. When it's time to go to work, I put on a clean shirt, use a rag to polish my shoes. Grab a muffin from the kitchen, stick a key in the ignition, and head downtown with the workday blues. Stuck there in the city, feeling hot and gritty, and wishing that the workday was through. 'Cause when I get home, we'll be all alone, and I'll be loving nobody but you. Home is where the heart is, home's where love is true. Home is any time that I'm nobody but you. When I lay me down to sleep, I gave you my soul to keep, and I cuddle up closer to you. With you next to me, I'm happy as can be, dreaming pleasant dreams till the night time's through. So when I wake up in the morning, though the day be dark and stormy, I sip a cup of coffee or two. I cannot overstate how much I appreciate loving nobody but you. No, I cannot overstate how much I appreciate loving nobody but you. That's all, folks. Enjoy the evening, and I'll see you in the old church before too long. Take care.
Ruth O'Neill and Jim Hammett, also known as RJ, are singer-songwriters, music educators, and performers. For decades, they've performed together and individually throughout the state at cafes, libraries, community events, and festivals. From traditional to standards to originals to contemporaries, they do it all. Since 2002, Ruth and Jim have owned and operated an independent music store, Song a Day Music, in Coventry, where they nurture and inspire future musicians by offering musical instruction and servicing all instruments. Tonight they're going to do a couple of Irish tunes, and on the third song, Jim will be joined by one of those students, Charlie Dunlap, who is studying guitar and ukulele with them. Please welcome RJ and Charlie.
Hungry. We're all a little hungry these days. Hungry to be together. Hungry to do all the things that we love to do, inside and outside. But there's another kind of hungry. The hungry that is upon many of our brothers and sisters in Eastern Connecticut. And that's what this Bread Box Showcase and all the efforts that the Bread Box concert series is meant to help resolve. The hunger that is around us day in and day out, pandemic and pandemic gone. So we are very, very proud and humbled to be part of this showcase here with you this evening. I'm Ruth O'Neill.
And I'm Jim Hammett.
And we're visiting you from our Song a Day Music Center here in Coventry. And we're really glad to have some little effort to help our neighbors. Help our neighbors. That's what it's all about.
We're going to play a couple of songs here that have been done by just about every Irish musician in the entire world. One is in reference to the four-leaf clover, which is the symbol of Ireland. It's called Four Green Fields. What did I have? Said the fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman did say I had 4 green fields, and each one was a jewel. Then strangers came, they tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons, they fought to save my jewels. They fought and they died, and that is my grief, said she. A long time ago, said this fine old woman. A long time ago, this fine old woman did say there was war and death, plundering and pillage. My children starved by mountain and valley and sea, and their wayward
blood, said she.
What have I now? Said the fine old woman.
What have I now? This proud old woman did say, I have 4 green fields, but one of them's in bondage in strangers' hands. They tried to take it from me, but my sons have sons as brave as were their fathers. My 4 green fields will bloom once again, said she. My 4 green fields will bloom once again, said she.
The minstrel boy to the war is gone in the ranks of death. He will find him. His father's sword he is girded on, and the wild hearts left behind him. A land of song, cries a warrior born, though all the world betrays. He one sword, at least thy rights shall guard, and one faithful harp shall praise thee. One sword, at least thy rights shall guard, and one faithful harp shall praise thee. The minstrel fell, but the foeman's chain could not drag that proud heart under. The harp he loved never played again, for he tore its chords asunder, and said, no chain shall sully thee, thou soul of love and bravery. Thy songs were made for the pure and free, they will never sound in slavery. Thy songs were made for the pure and free, they shall never sound in slavery.
So now we are very, very honored to introduce to you one of our students here at Song a Day Music, Charlie Dunlap, and he is going to give you some mighty guitars. Say hi to everybody, Charlie.
Hi.
Mighty guitar playing on that very famous song, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Jim's going to help him out a little bit here. So enjoy.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change, and you do exchange a walk-on part in a war for a lead role in a cage?
once again, we thank you for letting us be part of this Bread Box event. Ruth O'Neill and Jim Hammond over here from Song a Day Music Center. Thanks to everyone involved in raising money to help our brothers and sisters. Thanks to Bruce and his whole team of organizers. We're really proud to be part of this. We hope to see you again. We hope you stay well and healthy and be strong.
Peace.
The first time I saw Lara Herscovitch was on the Bread Box stage. I think it was shortly after her term as state troubadour had ended. And I just loved everything about her. From her songwriting, to her voice, to her percussive use of the guitar, to her passion for social justice. Lara is a poet who puts expertly written prose to some amazing music. And I think the Mississippi Journal put it best. She doesn't just write songs for the ears, but for the heart and soul. Lara has 4 CDs out. I only have 3, but I will fix that. And I will let her tell you about her recent special project that came out of her 4th CD. Please welcome my friend, Lara Herscovitch.
Midnight parking lot, drink up, PBR in a paper cup. Shooting satellite, you say this night will change our luck. We're gonna float away, look down at the earth and wave. Jupiter's as nice a place as we've ever been. Calling everybody's angels, angels, angels. Maybe they can finally change us, change us, angels. Friend and foe, for real, for show. Weekend strong, right and wrong. Calling everybody's angels, angels. Angels, angels. In the shadows of ashes and scars, we rush off to get what's ours. You say they aim at me and you. In the true light of the hunter's moon, we're gonna float away, look down at the earth and wave. Saturn is as nice a place as we've ever been. Calling everybody's angels, angels, angels. Maybe they can finally change us, change us, angels. Foe and friend, for real, pretend. Weekend strong, right and wrong. Calling everybody's angels, angels, angels. Broke down on Damascus Road, hours waiting to be told. Reaping all the things we've sown. Traffic always stop and go. Calling everybody's angels, angels, angels. Maybe they can finally save us. Angels, angels. Calling everybody's angels. Maybe they can finally change us, change us, angels. Green and gray, brave, afraid, weekend strong, right and wrong. Calling everybody's angels, angels, angels. Calling everybody's angels, angels, angels. Carolyn, Bruce, thank you for having me. I'm Lara Herscovitch. Just glad to be here at the Bread Box. Looking forward to being together as soon as we're able, and grateful for this ability to connect in the meantime. That song is entitled Angels. There's a brand new music video that just came out for that song that's on my YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and search for my name, Lara Herscovitch, you should find me, and then it's pinned right to the top. We filmed it on 2 very, very cold, snowy days at Gillette Castle in Eastern Connecticut. Brought 8 dear friends. Gosh, socially distanced, COVID safe, but wow, it was a whirlwind. No half pun intended. And I'm really proud of it. It's a Thomas Blackland film, and I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're there. And this song and the 2 more that I'm going to play are from my brand new album. I'm still calling it brand new because last year doesn't count. It's called Highway Philosophers. And it looks like this. And this song is entitled Now Hear This. I send it with love and empathy. Don't know what you've been through. I don't know what you're going through. But please know that you're not alone. Now hear this now. Can I borrow you for a minute, maybe 2 or 3? Bring the beautiful broken pieces, you and me now. Hear this now. Can we forget about the world for a minute, maybe 2 or 3? What used to be trades in for infinity. Hear this now. We can glitter, we can shine, swallow tails on the telephone line, waiting for the call to arrive with this. Now hear this. Lakeside icy edges, thin board of the shore, but what if we've fallen? Oh, what then? Oh, what then? What now? Hear this now. Some savored sadness till it won. We were climbing trees to catch a little more sun, waiting for the future to come. Right here, this now. Here we can glitter, we can shine, swallow tails on the telephone line, waiting for the call. Came just in time. It's this now. Hear this. Sure as the blackbird delivers spring, we will try and fail, try again. Little did we know that everything is now right here. This right here, right now. And I'm going to conclude with a song that took me on a really unexpected journey last year. I wrote this song called Shine, Sister, Shine. Put it on the new album, Highway Philosophers, and a terrific animation collaborator named Matt Rash in Michigan created an animated music video for the song, which is also on my YouTube channel. And at a certain point last year when all touring was canceled, we were all grounded. It made sense to turn the animated music video into dun, 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 this hardcover, full color, illustrated book, which Design Monsters in New Haven, Connecticut designed. It comes with the invitation to be who you are, do what you love, and share your superpowers. I'll show you the back. Here's the front. And, you know, if a cute rooster is telling you that, then it's got to be true, obviously. So, send this out to you with sincere gratitude for everything that you do that makes this world healthier in any of the many ways the world needs us to show up and shine. Thanks for listening. Again, I'm Lara Herscovitch. Bruce, Carolyn, thank you. Hope to see you soon. You can also go to my website, laraherscovitch.com, and sign up for my e-list on the contact page. Then I'll definitely see you soon. She said she used to love the way they all rely on her. Lately feels more obligation than she prefers. Round and round, round, same circle every day. Isn't reimbursed 93 million miles each way. Someplace always needs her, so much at stake. Someone's gotta make sure all the roosters are awake. She's singing, I don't wanna work, but they need daytime. I have to shine, sister, shine, sister, shine. I don't wanna work, but they need daytime. So it's shine, sister, shine, sister, shine. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thought she'd start a new career, got some interviews. The clouds always covered for her, eclipses too. 5 billion year background on her resume. She lives in the Milky Way, but is willing to relocate. She explained she's a star, travels at the speed of light, but the interviewer did not agree that she was qualified. She's saying, now I'm back at work, they need daytime. I have to shine, sister, shine, sister, shine. I don't want to work, but they need daytime. So I shine, sister, shine, sister, shine. Ooh, ooh. Then she remembered lilac, lemongrass, honeybees, apple pie, butterfly, jasmine tea, falling leaves, evergreens, smooth river stones, front porch laughter in the silence of the snow. Warming baby porcupine still feel like a glove, and they named a flower after her. She was in love. She could finally see what she does is who she's born to be. She's singing, I can't wait to work, they need daytime. I get to shine, sister, shine, sister, shine. Without me, it would just be nighttime. So I shine, sister, shine, sister, shine. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's show and that you'll join us in April when our guest headline performer will be Carrie Powers, another Breadbox favorite. And a little birdie tells me that in the fall, we'll be back in St. Paul's for some live music there. It'll be so great to be together in that beautiful space. So thank you to all of you who joined us tonight. Thank you to the performers. Thank you to those who donated. And if you can't donate, call the Covenant Soup Kitchen or your local food pantry to see what you can do to help, how you can help or volunteer. The temperatures are rising, spring's coming, the deck furniture's out, people are getting vaccinated, but the struggle is not over. And anything you could do to help is much appreciated. Thank you.